Open the KHAOS tab by pressing N and add a mesh explosion. This will serve as the explosion effect for the wing. Position the mesh precisely at the broken spot and adjust its placement to center the explosion. Increase the explosion angle to make it wider. To ensure the explosion moves with the wing, parent the explosion mesh to the wing. Play the animation to find the exact frame where the wing breaks apart. Once located, keyframe the explosion at that moment. Press M to mark the frame and rename it as explosion. After selecting the system, adjust the fuel velocity and fuel amount to 0.1. Then, add a keyframe by right-clicking the fuel amount and selecting Add Keyframe. Move 5 or 6 frames forward, increase the fuel amount to 2, and set another keyframe. To simulate continuous fire and smoke on the broken wing, add another mesh explosion system. Parent it to the wing, ensuring it follows the motion. Since this fire needs to persist after the explosion, set it to continuous fire and smoke mode. Navigate to the emission tab and keyframe the value to 1 at the explosion moment. Adjust the angle and emission gauge, setting the fuel velocity and fuel amount to 0.5. Now, import the KHAOS domain and adjust its size to cover the entire explosion and fire effect. Another mesh explosion system is needed for the fuselage fire. Open the KHAOS tab, add a new mesh explosion, and place it in the correct position. Parent this fire effect to the fuselage, then fine-tune the angle and emission gauge. Keyframe the fire effect at the explosion frame and set the fuel velocity and fuel amount to 0.5 to ensure continuous fire and smoke. With all fire and explosion effects placed, select the KHAOS domain and adjust the settings under Physics Properties. Resolution 300. Enable Adaptive Domain. Enable Noise. Set a folder for bake data. Adjust frame start and end. Set type to modular. Enable is resumable to allow baking noise later. Click bake and wait for the process to finish. Once the initial bake is complete, proceed with bake noise. The baking duration depends on system performance. After baking, smoke should now be visible in the viewport. To refine the visuals, split the viewport into 2 sections, one for the shader editor. Select the KHAOS domain to view the shader nodes. If the nodes are not visible, press Home on the keyboard to reset the view. KHAOS includes pre-made shaders that can be adjusted for better realism. Lower the smoke density to enhance flame visibility and modify the flame brightness to create a more dynamic effect. Experimenting with shader settings can help achieve the best result. this completes part 1 of the tutorial. In part 2, metal sparks will be added to enhance realism. Check it out to complete the effect. Thanks for watching.